Friends, welcome back. Today we will see what is use effect hook. So before understanding what is use effect hook in React, we must understand uh, what is the life cycle of the component. So basically every component in React has mainly three phases of the life cycle. The first is the mounting, then updating, and then the unmounting. So what is mounting means like whenever a component is rendered into the browser, that is called as the mounting phase. And whenever we change something into the component, then updating phase is there. And whenever the component is when removed from the browser, from the screen, then it is called the unmounting phase. So these are the basically three phases. So in every phase, like in the early initial React versions, there were class components. So there were different methods were available in all these three methods, all these three phases. So like if you just see this in the mounting phase, there were like constructor was getting called when we have the class based components. Then that is get derivative state from props, then render, then component it mount. For updating phase, like get derivative state from props, should component update, render, get snapshot before update, and component date update. And for component unmount, like component will unmount method was there. So these methods were present into the class-based components. So in using the use effect hook, we can achieve this kind of features into the functional components. So use effect hook is called can be called it within the functional components, which gives the similar feature which are available into the class-based component where all these methods are getting called. Those you can get into functional component. So now we will start with the the code. For that, I've created like a simple basic program where I have two buttons A and B. On A one button click, like for A button click, I have two states where I've set A count and set B count. Both have this use state hooks. Okay, when I'm clicking on button A, then I'm setting the A count for A, and when I'm clicking on B, I'm setting count for B. And here I'm just printing it. So if you are not aware about the use state hook, so you can check my other videos where I've also explained the use state hook. So let me go into the browser now. So if you look over here, okay, here I have A button and B button, and here I have just shown the message. When I'm trying to click A, it is incrementing here two times, three times, as many as times. Now I'm clicking on B. Okay, as many as times I can click over here, and it's just showing the message. Okay, now we- we'll see how the use effect works. Okay, so what is the syntax for use effects? Use effect, then first use effect hook accepts two uh, parameter, okay, two arguments actually. So first is the function which is going to be executed, and the second one is the dependency array, which we can provide on changes of which we can execute the code like on the change of that particular variable, the use effect hook will be get called. So use effect hook comes from the React library. Okay. So first I will just remove this dependency array. It's an optional. Okay. When I'm not, let's print a message over here that use effect is called. Okay. Now if you go into the browser and inspect it, here you can see it is called only once because it's the components are just rendered. Okay, now if I just click something, it's called again. Okay, because something is changed, so it's an updating phase. Hence, the use effect hook is called. Even if I click on B, button B, same message will be again. Here it's you can see two times. three times. So as many as times it's getting called. So this is nothing but updating phase. Okay. So if you don't pass any dependency array to the use effect hook as a second parameter, second argument, then use effect hook will be called every time whenever there is an update phase or everything. Okay. If you pass second argument as an empty array, then it will be called only once. You can see over here. I'll just refresh this. Okay, it's calling for both. Okay, now if I just try to click A button, use effect hook is not getting called. If I just try to click B, also again it is not getting called multiple times. Okay, so that is the difference. It's getting called whenever like first component is rendered and then the first button is rendered and the second button. So hence likewise. Okay, so it's called like this. Okay, now and it's not getting called in updating phase. Good. So now we can see what is the value we can, what is the array we can pass over here. Let's say I'm saying whenever my a count is updated, only then we should just call this. So when I say like this, I will just refresh this one. Okay, initially it is called for both. Okay, it is called two times. Now let's say I'm trying to click on B, it's not called. But when I try to click A, every time it is getting called as many as time. So this is nothing but the value uh, we are passing over here, the array we are passing over here. On change of a value, hook use effect hook is called. So if you want to do this kind of operations where you are feeling that on change of some value, you want to render something or you want to load something. Let's say you have an application where on the load of the component, you want to load some data from the API and show that. So this kind of operations you can do into the use effect. There is also one more option over here. You can return and function over here. Okay, you can return a function over here. In some cases, you might need to clear some resources uh, at the end of the component life cycle. Let's say component is unmounted from the browser, so you have to clear some resources. Uh, then you can return and function over here, which will clear out the resources. Let's say maybe you are trying to create any file handling related thing or maybe set timeout function. You are trying to call a set timeout function, then in that case is also like it can be removed over here. So these are the basic benefits of the use effect hook. I hope you understood this thing, and please check out the other videos for the use state hook. And in the next upcoming videos we will see how we can implement a counter or timer into our application in React application using the use effect hook and the set time mode. Thank you for watching the video, and please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.